What's up, guys? We are live. Welcome back to the Ange TV show, guys. Today is Wednesday, which means I have another very special guest for you guys. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Cousin Vinny from Virgin Radio, guys, for this amazing suggestion. He is a social media personality. He works at Virgin Radio 99.5, okay? 95.9, sorry, guys. What can I say, guys? He is a commissioner. He is a entrepreneur, okay? He's done it all. He's had a podcast. Guys, please give it up for Mr. Malik Shaheed.
What's going on, big man? How you doing?
What's up? Listen, did you like the intro, Malik?
I love the intro. Shout out to Cousin Vinny for hooking it up. We appreciate you, big man.
Mega shout out to Cousin Vinny, and might as well give the shout out to Shannon also, and also Adam Greenberg, who I hope to have on pretty soon.
Nice.
I want to say hi to everybody in the building. Dark Resonator, what's up? What's up, Jess Sorrell, Brandon? Guys, thank you very much for coming. If you are coming from Malik Shaheed's entourage, guys, please don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, and share us out, guys. We are going to get started right now. The burning question, Malik. Who is Malik Shaheed?
I mean, Malik Shaheed is a guy who grew up in Little Burgundy, entrepreneur, go-getter, hustler, hardworking, ambitious, caring person, love to give back to the community, love to motivate youth to do better. Yeah. And, I'm just that type of guy. I'm there to empower people.
Wow. Listen, that's probably, I'm not joking. If we had the award show, I don't know where I put, here it is. The little award, man. He just got the award for the best intro, dude. That's just, and like I said, guys, he is an entrepreneur. So we're going to talk about it. He has a lot of great insight. We're going to talk about how to get big in Quebec. For those Montrealers tuning in, stay tuned for that. But, why don't we just rewind a bit? I want to know, Malik, growing up as a kid in Little Burgundy, in a low-income house, not all the best opportunities available at your fingertips. How did that go, Malik?
You know what? It humbled me at a young age, and it made me realize that, I got to work hard to make a difference.
Yeah.
And, grow up in Burgundy, my neighbors were cockroaches, rats, mice, I grew up in an era where, we had a lot of shady cops that did shady things to people in the community.
Oh my God.
There was drug abuse at the time, but the beauty about Burgundy is that we were like a family, and all the families looked out for each other. Everyone knew everyone's name. Mothers and grandmothers, grandfathers and fathers look out for all the kids in the community. We're like one big family, and it was beautiful.
Wow. So like I said, at 14, you started your own company, I believe, right?
You know what, Ange? They used to call me the master fader. I used to cut here. I still cut here. You know what I mean? I got that flavor. I got that style. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I'll cut your hair, Ange.
But I'm bald, dude. But you give me a shave, though, maybe.
Yeah, I'll shape you up. So yeah, I started a barbershop in my basement. Used to cut everyone's hair in the neighborhood, and it was great. You know what I mean? It was great income, tax free, and I was able to provide for myself.
Wow, unbelievable! At 14 years old, you were providing for yourself. Wow.
14. I was a go-getter, hustler.
Wow. Okay, so that's where the go-getting part comes from, definitely. So how did that, you started off with the barbershop, eventually, obviously you're a music guy, right? So how did your passion for music start?
So Little Burgundy is located downtown Montreal, not far from the Bell Center, not far from St. Catherine and Guy Street. So at that time, that was the center of the universe in terms of music. And in the 60s and 70s, Burgundy was known for jazz music. So a lot of jazz musicians would come through Little Burgundy, like popular ones. And then in the 80s and 90s, we had like the top DJs in the city. And at that time, you know, if you wanted to get music, you had to get your music from New York. So they would bring back the music. You know what I mean? So
who are the DJs, the popular DJs coming in?
Back then it was, you know, Fabian Ash, Dr. Jam, Prince Charles, The Wizard. These are the big name DJs that would do the club circuit and that would also, you know, play music. We call them blockouts, where, you know, we just block off the street and play music and have fun.
Those were the days, man. Those were the days in Montreal when I was rocking.
Yes.
Like I said, no restrictions, nothing. It was just the party time, you know, like clubs at every corner and stuff like that. It's like, I wish those days could come back, at least for my kids, because I finished my clubbing era right now. Like, I'm 28 now, so 29 actually. Sorry.
You ain't clubbing no more? You tired of clubbing?
Literally, bro, I think the last time I went clubbing was probably 21. Like, it was short-lived, man.
Wow.
You know, I started young, like very young, like 17, you know, 16, 17. And then I went like 21. I just got fed up, no more clubbing, you know. So
okay.
Yeah, but I've always been a music guy, though. I love like dance music, hip hop. Hip hop was like, I grew up with hip hop. I grew up with 50 Cent.
Who'd you like, Ange? Who's your hip hop artist?
50 Cent. That was like when I was in like junior high. That was the man, right? Massacre had just came out. Get Rich or Die Trying. Was it after the Massacre or before?
No, Get Rich or Die Trying came out first.
Came out first. Well, anyways, both of them were just beautiful. Shout out to Bam Bam. How are you, Bam Bam? But those were my boys, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. I liked R. Kelly, you know. Was he the song was he the Go Getter song? Was that him? Go Get a...
Yeah, him and someone else. Jeezy.
Yeah, Jeezy, that's right. Listen, young Jeezy, those were just like the amazing... and you interviewed a lot of these guys. We're going to get into that for sure. But the interviewing, was it early on in your career?
So I started out as a promoter.
Okay.
And I started also doing events in college and university, and then I became a promoter. And then from there, I fell upon Music Plus by coincidence. So I was looking for different innovative ways to promote my parties. And one day I said, you know what, I'm going to go to Music Plus. I'm going to give my flyer to the VJ, and I'm going to ask the VJ, can you please announce my party? And they used to announce it on Bouge de la. And then from there, the music director says, hey, Malik, I want to speak with you. Malik, I think I'm in trouble now. You know what I mean? Why does the music director want to speak to little Malik? Because, you know, each time you come to Bouge de la, you bring a different energy, a different swag, and I like you. I want to hire you as a dance coordinator. $50 a week. $50 a week. Now, Malik don't know nothing about dance, but you know what? I saw it as an opportunity, and I took that opportunity, and here I am today.
Wow. For the people that don't know, what does VJ stand for?
Video jockey.
Is that something that's just obsolete right now?
Well, you know, they used to call him DJ. DJ is disc jockey. Yeah.
The VJ term, is that still used today?
Well, you know what? Much Music just relaunched Much Music, so they have they just relaunched. They have VJs also now.
Okay, so it's back now. Music Plus.
Yeah. Not Music Plus, Much Music.
Much Music. Okay, so Music Plus is from the past. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Music Plus is done.
So you know, now we're in 2021. Like, I want to know, like, from listening to music on your Walkman. Remember back in the days, that big thing that everybody used to listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, people used to listen to music on the radio. That's almost what the radio was for. People used to listen to music for.
Yes.
Definitely. But the thing is, you know, a lot of things are changing. Platforms are changing. Electronics are changing. What are the different ways that people are downloading and buying music right now?
I mean, they're not even downloading or buying music. It's all about streaming. You know, you pay your $9.99 a month on Spotify or Apple, and you listen to music.
Absolutely. So you're saying basically they pay a certain fee and they get unlimited music, right?
Exactly. You know, and there's no such thing as album. I mean, there is such thing as albums, but no one really buys albums anymore. So
I know.
Today it's all about a singles market. It's all about the singles market.
Yeah, you could have a single that just goes fire, and then it could just start your career, right?
Oh yeah. You know what I mean?
Have you ever tried singing or rapping or something with music? Have you ever tried performing?
Yeah, I had an album called Franglais, which is was a very impactful album.
Okay.
And Franglais was, you know, mixing French and English.
Yeah.
And I had an opportunity to tour across Quebec with that album. So I had a DJ,
Wow.
and because I was a promoter, I used to produce my own tours across Quebec. So me and my DJ would go across Quebec and do shows. But what I would do is I would open up my own show and perform off my album for 15, 20 minutes, and
Okay.
then rock for 2 hours with my DJ, rocking American hits.
Wow.
It's
Awesome.
crazy.
So this was like it was a compilation of songs, right?
Well, it was me singing. I had a lot of
Oh, okay.
features. Like, I was more like the Puff Daddy. You know what I mean? I'm not a rapper, but
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer. And when I get on the stage, I can out entertain 90% of those rappers.
Wow.
I put on the show.
Yeah, well, that's something I want to talk to you about. Like, it's funny how some people pop. There's some that pop. There's some that never make it, but they're really, really good local artists. So, I guess the thing is the exposure, right?
It's exposure, but a lot of it's timing and
Yeah.
consistency. The problem with a lot of local artists, they're not consistent. They'll put a song out one day, and then they'll put a song out 6 months later, a year later. People forget about you.
And they go on a hiatus,
Today you got to put a song out minimum every 45 to 60 days, consistently, bam, bam, and they got to be hits.
Yeah.
If you ain't doing that, you're lost. You're gonna get lost.
You know what? People forget about you very quick.
Oh
On
man,
social media, whatever it is, music, acting, content creator, people forget about you really, really quick.
it's a fast food market.
Yeah, you gotta feed. Like if you have a pet bird, you gotta feed it, right? So if you don't feed it, what happens? It dies, right? So it's the same thing with content. You make content, you have a schedule. If you don't deliver, you're gonna lose followers. You're gonna lose viewers. Your rep is gonna go down. Everything it's hard. It's not easy, bro. It's just
Very hard.
It's very hard. People come and go, right? I mean,
Yes.
but you have to adapt to the times, and you just got to do it for the people that are interested, right? The people that like your stuff, right?
Yeah, and that's why I commend a guy like Drake,
Mm-hmm.
who's so consistent.
Yeah.
Who can bring you those hits every year. And even Rihanna, I mean, when she was on she was doing it for a while, just hit after hit after hit. It's hard, but she did it.
And then you know what? Like when you're trying to make a living, it's one thing. But then when you have a lot of money, deep down inside, do you really care that you're not like the star of the world, that you're not at the top? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It starts to change your perspective once you have money, right?
It's true. It can make you content, not as hungry as you used to be.
Absolutely, and that's in anything. It could be in real estate, it could be in anything. You're absolutely correct. So, like, what songs are really popular right now? Like, what type of genre? Like, when I was growing up, it was hip hop. Then it turned a bit to like kind of like dubstep, dance. I'm not sure what people are really into right now. From what you've seen, what's trending right now?
Hip hop's still hot. Dance is still hot. You know what I mean? Top 40 pop is still hot. R&B is on the come up.
Okay, cool. I'm actually having an artist. His name is Lou Celestino, an Asian artist. He's trying to make it in Montreal in the R&B scene. So you know what I mean? Like I give a chance to everybody. Like to be heard and everything, and I support everybody that tries. That's an important word. That you try. If you try, it doesn't matter how many people praise you. You tried. That's what's important, right? You showed up.
And I like that attitude, and that's one of the things I did a lot on Music Plus, and I do a lot on Virgin. Is I give opportunity to local artists, because we need to have our Drake, we need to have our Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
We need to have our local Justin Bieber. So it's so important to support local artists from your city.
Yeah, like in Montreal, like in terms of rap, like I don't think not even one name could come up to me. You know what I mean? I mean, there's K Tronada, but he's in dance music, I believe, right?
Yeah, K Tronada is a little everywhere. He's really a unique. He does do a lot of dance, a lot of alternative style music. Yeah. He's unique.
But like I said, it comes to the same. Like you gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to what people like right now, right?
Yeah. Adapt, and but still be yourself, and still be unique. And that's the challenge, right? A lot of people imitate what they hear. If
Yeah.
you listen to a lot of rap music, a lot of dance music, a lot of it sounds very similar.
Yeah, like I'm sure you know this, but a lot of pop like songs that are being big right now, they're the same rhythm as old songs, or
Yes.
like it's like it's so obvious right now. It's like
Obvious to you, but not
Yeah.
obvious to that generation that they're catering to.
yeah, but like there was a couple of songs on the radio like recently that I'm like it sounded like a Christmas song that I heard already, or like the same beat of a very big song. Like it's incredible. Like anyways, it's like unbelievable. Listen, Malik, there's got to be somebody that inspires you, right? Like I want to know who inspires you.
I mean, growing up, people like Master P, P. Diddy, Russell Simmons.
Nice.
These people inspired me. I look at guys like Chris Rock. I see what they're doing right now. These are the type of people that inspire me.
Nice.
Just being able to just overcome trials and tribulations, break through, and make history.
Yeah, and you know what? Like if somebody were to ask me this question, if I were on somebody's show or whatever, I would say people inspire me for different reasons. Like somebody could be very consistent. Somebody could just like put on a really good big show and bring a lot of people or whatever. Like there's different reasons why people inspire me. Somebody's a big entrepreneur. Everybody's good in their own way, right?
Yeah. You know who else inspires me right now? Also,
who?
50 Cent.
50 Cent. Well, I was gonna ask you a question, buddy. You did interview 50 Cent among others like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Eminem. Out of all those people you interviewed, okay?
Yeah.
What's the one interview that you just like, holy cow, like I love this interview. It was my favorite for whatever reason. Which one was it?
I have two of them. I can say two of them.
Yeah, no problem.
So since we're on 50 Cent, 50 Cent was one of my biggest interviews and really interesting interview because I did a press junket in San Francisco. They flew me out to San Francisco. We had reporters all over Canada, US. But everyone was asking the poor guy the same question. You got shot 9 times, blah 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 blah.
Wow.
But I took it from a different angle, and an angle where it became very personable, and I gave the listener, the viewers, an opportunity to really find out who 50 Cent was.
Nice.
I remember my interview was so awesome, and I connected with 50 Cent so much that Much Music the next day contacted Music Plus and made Music Plus send them my interview so they could take excerpts of my interview to put in their special that they were doing on 50 Cent.
Wow. And that was actually shown on 50 Cent special, right?
Yeah, it was a 50 Cent special on Much Music. So that was really crazy. And Eminem also was another cool interview. So what happened was I'm used to hip hop time because I've been around hip hop all my life. So he came to Montreal. Every single network you could think of, mainstream were there. So the manager comes out and says, Eminem's not doing no interviews.
What?
I told my cameraman, listen, you stay put. We're getting this interview. So I stood around there, did my thing. I was actually hosting the show. So I'll host the show, go on stage, come back. And then the manager finally says, Malik, Eminem is ready for you. Boom. And I was like one of the first people in Canada to interview Eminem. It was awesome.
Listen, what made him want to do it?
I think just to change your heart. Every artists are they're like us. We're human. We all go through different personality, moods. And I just felt, I guess maybe his mood changed.
So he wasn't obligated to do the interview, or was he?
Oh, no, you're not obligated.
He wasn't obligated.
No, not at
And
all.
how was the interview with Eminem? Like it just went did you get to talk to him after the interview?
Well, I talked to him after the show. Took pictures and so forth after the show. But Eminem is just a chill, laid back guy, down to earth. It was a very personable conversation. That's one of the things that I was really good at when I do interviews. Is I make people feel very comfortable. And if you look at the interviews I do with people, you would think that I've known them for like a very long time. It's just a style I have and a certain vibe.
Wow. Cousin Vinny's in the house. What's up, Cousin Vinny?
What up, Cousin Vinny? What's going on,
Malik with a bunch of fire symbols. We have Cast the Show. What's up, buddy? He said, hey, Vinny. Cast the Show is in the building. What's up, Cast the Show? Thank you for your support. Wow, that's just interesting. Listen, what you're telling me right now is just I would dream. I would probably die if I were to interview Eminem, because Eminem, my friend, is one of my biggest artists growing up. Like my life, like when I was a little kid, dude, I used to probably sing with my brother.
Oh man, he was on fire back then, man. Fire.
Yeah. But you know what though? Like he does put out new stuff, and you know what? I'll listen to it though. Like you could tell what he's putting out is you could listen to it. It's still good, right? It's not as good as the old stuff. Nothing will ever be as good as the old stuff.
Yeah.
But I still respect him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard to maintain that fire and that hotness when the generation changes. It's tough.
Absolutely.
And this is why 50 Cent inspires me, because 50 Cent made the shift from music to TV shows now. He has the hottest TV series out right now, Power.
Exactly. You know, like this is something that you could agree with, Malik, as an entrepreneur. You know, I tell people, for example, like the movie theaters right now. The movie theaters is like, it's empty, right? Like, let's be honest, right? It's empty. Why not just take those movie theaters, sell them, and then move on to other things? Like I think that way. Now, a lot of people wouldn't think. They'll say, no, but it's my legacy, right? I'm not going to go down with whatever's going on. You know what I mean? Like, but I think like you, Malik, you know, take whatever you have. If it's not working, sell it, whatever, and then move on to something else. You know what I mean?
No, for real. Cousin Vinny said, "Who's that? Who's that? Aaron or Cousin Vinny?"
Listen, Malik, you did work for CJAD. That was after Music Plus, right?
Yeah, I did a couple of freelance things for CJAD. I did something called Get Out Montreal. I did some Black History specials for them.
Nice.
Recently, I did something else for them. Some commercials for them for Black History Month.
Wow, interesting. Unbelievable. Listen, you have a big social media presence. Yes. I want to know, how has this social media tool, such as Instagram, I'm not sure what else you use, but how has it helped? How has your content on Instagram and social media, how has it helped so much getting your name out there, getting what you do out there, you know, putting a message out there? How does that help?
I mean, it's just another way to connect to the people at a quicker rate. You know what I mean? And people can respond to you directly. So, you know, it's just being able to adapt with the times. And, you know, again, it's fast paced, right? Your video's up for 24 hours. After that, on to the next one. Nobody cares.
Yeah, you know what? And you know what? Like, I was talking to a good friend of mine. Shout out to him, guys. Nick Messina. Okay, I don't know if
you know Nick. What up, Nick?
Do you know Nick Messina?
No, I do.
Okay. Anyways, on Instagram, he's known as Siciliano di Morial. Anyways, he's a good friend of mine. I work with him. Honestly, he got me started with what I'm doing now and everything. So, mega shout out to him. But now I can't remember what I was getting that, where I was going with that. I'm trying to think of where I was going with that, but anyways, I can't remember where I was going with that. What were we talking about? Social media? Oh yeah, social media. He has been on social media since the beginning. He was on Vine. When Vine started, he was the first one.
Wow.
Okay? He was the first one, and then there was everybody else. That's what I like to say a lot, right? It's true because, like, you know, especially locally, like when it comes to the Instagram comedy, right? He was the first guy, one of the first guys. Okay. And now there's so many people out there that are doing very similar things, right? And even if it's not very similar to what he does, he was like one of the first comedic content creators in Montreal, you know? So it's crazy to see this influx, this wave of content creators. But, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's good. Like, you know, I follow someone that does food blogs. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has their little thing, right? But at the end of the day, you got to be consistent. You got to be relevant, and you got to adapt.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
I want to send a shout out to Dark Resonator. Nice to meet you, too. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Dark Resonator is one of our members. Shout out to Dark Resonator. Ryocat has a question over here. He says, what your first radio studio? He's saying, where did you work first?
I used to do freelance for CKUT, so 90.3 FM. At McGill University.
Cool. And by the way, guys, Ryocat is from Japan. That's why some of his questions aren't really structured amazing. But anyways, he tries, right? So that's great. And Brandon is just saying hi to you.
What up, Brandon?
So you do have a, I'm not sure if it's a brand, sponsorship. You're an ambassador, though, of R&W, right?
Yes, RW and Co.
So what is R&W? Like, what is your role with that? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, so R&W approached me. They're doing a campaign, and they felt that I fit the image.
Nice.
And basically, I did a first campaign with them for 2020. It was the fall campaign,
Okay.
and then they loved me so much. They said, you know what, we want you to do our holiday campaign, and it was great because my face was plastered all over Canada, all over social media, and and I was able to show a different side of me. So one of the things people call me, my nickname is versatile, and for me, you know, being versatile is the key to my success. Honestly.
Absolutely, dude. We're going to talk a lot more about entrepreneurship. It's coming up, but I want to know, now you're at Virgin Radio. So how did you get the hookup? Like, how did that happen, dude? How did you start? Like, it's a big opportunity, right? Like, how did that happen?
So to be honest, shout out to Cousin Vinny.
Okay.
Because Cousin Vinny gave me the introduction to the music director.
Nice.
What had happened is that my friend from Toronto sent me an interview that was done by the president of Bell Media, and the president of Bell Media said, you know, they're looking to give people from the BIPOC community, so BIPOC stands for Black, Indigenous, People of Color, more opportunity with Bell Media, because you know, there's been a lot of pushback in terms of giving opportunity to people of color, just in general, just not in radio, just in general in life.
Yeah.
So what I did is I wrote a letter to the music director, took the quote. Cousin Vinny set up the introduction, and the music director said, okay, you know what, we're going to try you out, Malik, see how it goes. And basically, Virgin fell in love with Malik, and Malik fell in love with Virgin, and here we are today.
You know, it's those, like, you know, when they say from the hair of a tail, like from a little head, like, it's incredible how sometimes luck can just fall upon you, but it comes with hard work and hope, right?
You know what it is? My whole style is I'm a go-getter. I don't wait for phone calls. I make phone calls, right? Mm-hmm. Virgin didn't approach me. I approached Virgin. I put the letter together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid to take that step. They're afraid of rejection. Absolutely. The most they can say to you people is no. Anything you try to do, the most they can say to you is no. Big we. Move on to the next one.
Exactly. I tell people all the time, even with dating, dude, go on those apps. Message 20 girls. There's gonna be a few girls that are gonna answer, right? You can't have shame. That's the key. If you don't have shame, you know, you're good. Eventually you will get there. Somebody will give you a spot, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And in the radio game, Vinny was talking to me about it. Like, it's like there's a lot of like stages and a lot of doing stuff for free, and you know, like there's a lot of that before you actually get noticed.
I did a lot of free work in my life, and that's the key thing. Also, is that volunteering is a key to getting yourself into many doors. Internships, stages, those are the keys. If people see your hard work, they'll definitely hold on to you. It's very, very hard to find hardworking, reliable, talented people. So the key word I said was reliable. You can have talent, but doesn't mean you're reliable.
Yeah.
I'd rather work with somebody who has 70% talent but very reliable, than someone who has 100% talent but not reliable.
Wow, you put it so perfectly, dude. And now we're getting into the entrepreneur part, which a lot of people are excited. What qualities, according to you, Malik, what qualities make a successful entrepreneur?
You have to be innovative. You have to have vision. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be able to hustle. You got to be creative, and you got to be able to willing to sacrifice and invest in your own brand. You got to be willing to invest and put your money up. That's how you become a successful entrepreneur, people.
So you got to risk it. You got to risk the biscuit, right?
There's nothing free in life. I repeat, there is nothing free in life. You have to work for it.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like people, they get scared of being busy. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, but if I do this show, or if I do like Instagram, whatever. I gotta show up every Monday, Tuesday, whatever. It's annoying. It's like I can't do it. You just gotta keep doing. You gotta make sure your schedule is full. You know?
Some people are afraid of success. Real talk, they're afraid of success.
It's all the stuff they hear, all the stuff they see, like the Britney Spears, the Lindsay Lohan, the this, the that. Like I said, it's not easy. As James said, not even shampoo is free, Ange.
I just saw that. I was laughing at that.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, James.
But Malik, for the people from Quebec, our hometown, obviously, how do you make it big in Quebec? Because there's so many rules, so many laws, the French, the English, whatever. How do we get big here?
So how do you get big? Is one, you have to have an ouverture d'esprit. You have to be open-minded, and you have to realize that Quebec is unique and different from Canada.
Yeah.
The other thing you got to realize is that Montreal does not reflect how the rest of Quebec is. Trust me, I've been en banlieue, en région, 5 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours away. It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to address when you're doing whatever you're doing Quebec in a whole. But a lot of people, when they do what they're doing, they're just addressing their neighborhood, their city, and that's where things, don't pan out, because you're not addressing a nation of people.
Okay, so you're saying don't get too into like actual Quebec. Think of Canada.
No, think of Quebec as a nation. If you're in Quebec and you're an artist, a lot of times we get, because we don't travel outside of Montreal. We have a false image of what the rest of Quebec is, and we think the rest of Quebec is like Montreal. Exactly. But the rest of Quebec is far from Montreal.
Absolutely.
We've been there. I've seen it. It's different.
Absolutely.
And that's why I was able to have so much success on Music Plus, because I was able to adapt to my fan base and just not cater to Montreal, but cater to the kids in the regions, the kids in the boonies, the kids the far out. I would travel 7-8 hours on tour on my DJ and just meet the fans and connect with them and learn more about Quebec culture.
Interesting. I have a big
today. It still helps me today.
I have a big question for you, Malik. There's two types of people, okay? Mm-hmm. Especially the people that invest, okay? Are you like the high risk, high reward type of person, like bet a lot because you could win big? Or are you the you know what? Look for the opportunities, maybe put in a bit here. A moderate type of person. Which one are you?
Calculated risk. I like to calculate. You know what I mean? I think that's important for me, to calculate before I make that major move.
Yeah,
definitely.
James says, I think he means think of Quebec as a diamond in the rough.
That's true. True, James. You're right.
And Cast the Show says, how do you search for gigs in the entertainment business?
You can do Google search and type out the venues, type out the clubs, and see what's happening. So if you're an artist, a lot of clubs have a very hard time attracting people on off nights.
Yeah.
And an off night could be a Friday or Saturday also, or a Thursday or a Sunday, just not weeknights. It's very hard for clubs and venues today to have two great nights.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. So if you're an artist and you can bring in 50 to 100 people and perform at a venue, trust me, the venue will take you in with open arms.
Yeah,
because
you're
is
right.
better than 0 people. 100 people you're bringing in is better than 0 people. So people, don't be afraid to approach these venues about performing, selling your own tickets, and bringing those people in to do the drinking.
Yeah.
You keep the door, they get the bar sales.
Yeah, and one thing I'm sure, Malik, this you're thinking about, you need contacts, a network of people, right? Whatever you're doing, you always need the hookups.
It's not where you're at, it's actually who you know. You could be the most talented artist in the world. You could be rocking your hood, but if nobody knows you, nobody cares.
Yeah, and too often people, they pay. Some people pay to get advertised and to get pushed out and everything. Like it costs money, guys. It just to get noticed, it costs money, right?
Yeah, nothing's free. You got to invest in your brand. Like honestly, 95% of the shows and the gigs I've gotten has been produced by myself or produced with me and my partners.
Wow. Brandon has a question, Malik. He says, how do you deal with hate and criticism?
You just got to block it out. These people who hate and criticize have too much free time in their hands, and they want to be with who you are. So you just got to block it out, stay positive, surround yourself with positive people, and connect with positive people, and just make a positive impact. And later down the line, you'll see it will pay off. People will appreciate who you are.
Have you had to deal with a lot of hate?
Oh yeah, especially during my days at Music Plus.
Wow,
a lot of hate because I was the only show in town, right? And
was it people were jealous or
jealous, hating. People think it's easy to stand in front of the camera and do these big interviews. It's not easy.
No, listen,
people think they can do better than you, but
yeah, absolutely. Like, I've been doing this for a while now, and I still get nervous at the beginning. Like I said, 99.9. You know what I mean? Like, guys, it's like you shouldn't be scared to make mistakes. And a lot of people don't broadcast their mistakes, right, Malik?
No, it's true.
Yeah. It's true. So you don't make those mistakes. You're gonna get better. You're gonna learn. But like all that said, guys, I still get nervous. Like it's normal. I mean, it could be people I don't know, but I still get nervous to this day. Ryocat is saying in how to make good art because he draws. Ryocat is a drawer, so he wants to know how could he draw like really nice art.
Be creative. Be different. Imagine. Be creative, be imaginative.
James says, has anyone ever said you look like Idris Elba?
No, not Idris Elba. That's the first one I've gotten. I've gotten Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Cardinal Fischel. Those are the three I get the most.
Yeah, dude, you look like Cardinal. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So you're also a youth advocate, which seriously I applaud you, dude. That's just something. I'm going to say something before we get into this discussion, but there's a problem. There's a problem right now with misguided youth. Like it's just instead, like I grew up playing video games, sitting at the stairs of my house, and nowadays it's just like let's go shoot this guy because he toppled my drink. You know what I mean? Like it's just so there's definitely some work there. But what is your objective with your Youth Stars program?
I mean, we're all about inclusivity, diversity, and we want to give opportunity to those who don't have the opportunity. So, whether you're talented or not talented, whether you're someone who is, more of a loner, maybe someone who's not accepted fully in society, we want you to be part of our Youth Stars family so we can encourage you, bring positivity, build your self-esteem, and guide you in the right direction. That's what Youth Stars is about. Check us out at youthstars.org, youthstars.org.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So it's a nonprofit, Youth Stars?
Nonprofit, yes.
So somebody, let's say, is there an age group for this?
So our main focus are kids 5 to 12 and then kids who are in high school.
Okay, so under 18. Let's say.
Under 18, that's the main focus, but we're starting young adult programs.
Okay.
We have one that we're starting in October.
And what are the situations that you've been seeing lately, especially with the pandemic? What kind of struggles are you seeing?
A lot of mental health.
Yeah.
A lot of mental health. A lot of kids are stressed, anxiety. Again, that all comes down to mental health also, right?
Yeah.
Those are the main things that we've been seeing with a lot of high school kids.
Okay, so you are a youth advocate, but also you do charity work, correct?
Yeah, I do a lot of charity work. I work actually with the Jewish General Hospital. Nice. I help them with a major fundraiser they do for mental health. It's called Mind Strong.
Nice.
I also work with Mentor Canada. So I'm part of their mentorship program at Mentor Canada.
Yeah.
I've won a YMCA Peace Award in the past. So I've done a lot of good things. I just recently was part of a major fundraiser for Haiti. So I took care of the West Island and I took care of, collecting items for Haiti. So I'm all about positivity,
So are you Haitian, Malik?
No, I'm not Haitian. I'm Anglophone. I'm an Anglophone Quebecois.
Okay. But what made you you saw what happened in Haiti. What made you think I got to do something about this?
I mean, I grew up with a lot of Haitians. I have a lot of close Haitian friends. A lot of Haitians have been supporting me from the beginning of my career, whether it was parties, whether it was TV, and I just felt it was important, for me to use my my reach to help out people.
Nice.
I would. I mean, I'll do it for any community. I'm open like that.
Nice. Brandon says, what advice would you give to someone if they were starting a job as a radio host at a radio show? That's a great question.
Just be yourself. Practice in the mirror. Before you go on, just practice doing and practice in the mirror of your swag. Make sure you know what your swag is and you're comfortable with yourself. Record yourself. Listen to yourself over and over. And don't try to be like anyone else. Just be yourself.
Yeah, but radio is it's so much different than like going live on Instagram or doing your own thing. Like there is like scrutiny, right? Like there's people that are watching you that are like there's producers and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, radio, you have to have that radio voice. Like the way I talk on radio, not the way I talk when I do my podcast. It's two different ways of talking. When I do radio, I don't talk that way when I do my TV interviews.
Exactly. James says, what person would you say had the biggest influence in you being where you are at in life today? So not like 50 Cent, like somebody in your life, like me, it was Nick Bassina, but you, who is it that really helped you get where you are?
Yeah, my mother really kept me on the right track. And then a guy named Ricky D from the neighborhood. Ricky D is a big promoter. You may know him.
Wait a minute, Ricky D. I work with Ricky D.
Oh, yeah, where?
Yeah, at the hospital, man.
Okay, yeah. Tell Ricky D. We spoke. We hyped him up.
Yeah. He's gonna be bouncing tomorrow if I tell him, because he loves when I have people that he knows. You know what I mean? So wow.
Yeah. So Ricky D took me under his wing and really showed me the ropes in terms of promotion and marketing and parties and so forth. So.
But that's the one guy that I tell you guys you should have. You should have. When I was talking about connects, I was talking about Ricky D basically. Like those are the guys that are gonna hook you up. This guy has done his research.
Yes.
It's unbelievable, and he knows when somebody's gonna pop. He tells me, "Ange, you gotta interview this person. They're gonna pop soon." Like
he has to know. He has to as a concert promoter. He needs to know who's the next person I'm gonna book.
And like when I look at the people and I look at their stuff and everything, I go, "Wow, you're right." I go, "I have a good feeling about this person." You know what I mean? Cat has a question. He's asking, how do you interview people? Like what's the best way? Like, what are tips you could have to interview people?
So one thing that I always do to interview people, I never look at their bio, CV, or other interviews they do right away. So I base my questions on what I know about them, what I've seen about them. Then once I do that, then I'll start doing research. But by doing research second, I'm able to have my unique, different questions.
Wow. And you know what, guys? It's about a year and a half I've been interviewing people nonstop, by the way. And I'm in no way Larry King. I'm in no way an expert, but I'm telling you that every interview, I learn something. And what he's saying is absolutely correct, guys. You literally have to have a strategy when you interview somebody. And what he's saying by that is if you just go by the bio, you know what I mean? The stuff that everybody asks, what do you think they're going to say at the end of the interview? Oh, this was just the same as it was boring. It's like, you're not like, we're not talking about anything interesting. It's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's absolutely correct. James P said, if it wasn't for Ricky D, do you think you would have made it this far in your career or profession?
Yeah, definitely. I would have made it this far. It's drive and hustle. People can only push you so far, but at the end of the day, you need to have that drive, hustle, and go-getterism. And I'm a straight go-getter.
Yeah. What can you say to the youth? An inspirational message. You are a youth advocate. If you could take a kid right now that's 16 years old and like be some kind of a guardian angel to him, what can you tell him?
Just focus. Focus. There's more to life than video games and social media. Invest early in crypto, on the stock market, in real estate. You know what I mean? And then also look for a mentor. Look for someone who believes in you, that can mentor you and guide you at a young age. And you have to be open-minded. You can't be stubborn about it.
Yeah. Rakat is saying, in what that you advise to be a celebrity?
Advice to being a celebrity is just being able to showcase your uniqueness.
Wow, that's you know what? That was the best answer. Seriously, great. I want to know something, Malik. Your most memorable moment of your career. There's got to be a moment where you either won something, you achieved something, something crazy happened. What was that moment?
I think the opportunity of working at Music Plus as a
Yeah,
full, as a reporter, producer, VJ, and then also, Virgin gave me a second wind in the entertainment industry.
really.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I was at the top of my career at Music Plus.
Hmm.
Then I decided to leave, and then there's a lot of discrimination for
Yeah.
people like myself, and I didn't get the right opportunities like other people got that were with me at Music Plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? It's very public, this stuff. Like even I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Body Break. Remember Body Break?
No, I don't know who that is.
Body it's like in the 90s. They did like I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was oh yeah, it was a person. It was a person. It was a black guy, and he, they wouldn't choose him, and like it was just it's publicly known that people of color had a harder time before in the entertainment industry. They were, and now we saw it with these award shows, these sob award shows that they're trying to make up for it and whatever.
Yeah, make up for it.
Um,
Yeah.
they're trying to make up for it, but the damage was already done. You know what I mean? So it's just.
Mhm.
Rocket says, in how to save money, in even if you have kids.
You say money,
How do you save money even if you have kids? How do you save money?
man. You know what? You have needs and wants. Limit your wants.
You
Focus
know
on
what?
your needs.
Yeah, exactly. Anything essential is the way to go. Malik, first of all, you've been doing amazing. I want to know, do you have any upcoming projects in the pipeline for Malik coming in? Maybe there's something you want to announce.
I can't announce anything, but I do have
Okay.
some major projects coming out in 2022. It's going to
Wow.
take the city, the province, and the country by storm. You know what I mean? I'm coming hard in 2022. So look
Wow.
out.
Guys, look out for Malik Shaheed in 2022. Follow him on Instagram, guys. Seriously, he's a must. Listen to Virgin Radio on Fridays. Why? Because Malik, you said you have a show on Friday, right? That's called
New Music Friday. It's the hottest segment right now. Virgin Radio. It's high energy. We're gonna wake you up with me, Shannon, Vinny, and Adam.
Yeah,
And we bring you the hottest hits.
absolutely. And I'm in my car every Friday, and I listen to those hot 3 songs that you New Music Friday, guys. Listen to Virgin Radio, guys. 95.9. If you're it's the Montreal area, right? On Fridays, 6:40 a.m., you'll hear Malik Shaheed. He's going to give his top 3 songs of the week. You can't miss it. Does any of the projects include a collaboration with Ange?
If Ange is ready to work, let's do it. Let's get this working, baby.
That's it, bro. Hey, the Hateful Penguin is here. Hello, all. I have a time 5:55 a.m. Hello, Malik. He's from Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Oh, nice. What's going on, big man, Mr. Penguin?
In my question is how to be a celebrity in a different country, even if you're Asian.
Oh man, that's a question you got to figure out.
Raukat's the best. Yeah, he asks the best questions. Listen, Malik, you've been amazing. Like I said, it's like a puzzle. I did Vinny, I did you. I'm missing Adam. If you see Adam, just tell him, hey, hit up Ange because we've been communicating. But he doesn't go on Instagram a lot, so we haven't we got to set a date.
Yeah.
So
You gotta get Shannon. You gotta get Shannon on here too.
I got to reach out to Shannon. Absolutely, we could have Shannon on for sure.
Yeah.
But you've been great, Malik. So thank you very much for coming, guys. Next week we're done for this week for guests. But next week, okay, next Monday we have Lou Celestino. He is the Asian rapper. Actually, he's in R&B. He's an Asian R&B artist. He's trying to break through in the Montreal scene. So, guys, I want to have him on. I want to give him an opportunity to talk about what he does, why he might pop soon. We could talk about R&B, the Montreal music scene for sure. And then we have Bridget Pache on the Wednesday. She's going to be singing live with her husband. I can't wait to see how this is going to work. I can't wait. We have Oro Marzo, who's Stephen Voice's girlfriend. By the way, guys, go report the fake Oro Marzo account. There is a fake Instagram account of Oro Marzo that needs to be taken down. So just a quick shout out there. We have Robbie Hart. We have Rodney Wash. He's coming in the building. He's from the States. That's going to be really cool. So plenty more amazing episodes, guys. James P. said, Adam Sandler, Ange, with a question mark. Who knows, guys? Maybe we'll have Adam Sandler on one day. I'm going to have to really, contact some people to get him on, Kylie said, much love. Much love to you, Kylie. Guys, I just want to remind you, I do have a second channel. It's called Ange Collects. If you guys like to collect, if and only you like collectibles, then you should subscribe. I post every 2 days. Today there's a new video, so go check it out. Guys, it is Wednesday night. Me and Malik are going to be signing out. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye. Ciao.
Peace.
Ciao.